Welcome to the Atomic Impact Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Osborne. And on this podcast, we interview successful business owners for them to share atomic, impactful lessons that they've learned throughout the course of their business and share them with us that we can learn from their experiences as well. As always, this show is sponsored by the LinkedIn Reverse Podcast Method, the new way to close deals that doesn't rely on any of the old traditional methods that everybody hates. We use this method to book 26 qualified leads and sales calls in 10 days without any ad spend, outreach, or endless social media posting. To find out more, direct message me on LinkedIn to have a chat. That's Jason A. Osborne on LinkedIn, and that will be in the show notes below. But on today's show, our special guest is Damian Bramley, and he's the owner of DJB Photography, providing marketing, PR, and event photography. So, Damian, it's great to have you on the show, and I want to start off by asking you a question that I always love to start off with, and that is this: if you were starting again today with your business, knowing what you know now, what would you do differently in the first 12 months?
Well, thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate you asking me to be on the show. And yeah, great question. I mean, it's a while ago. It's 21 years since I started, but I suppose I'd tell myself that I'm not necessarily always the best person to perform every single task in my business. So when you start a business and you're quite small and you're wanting to grow that business, but you end up doing everything in that business. And I suppose to some extent, it took me away from what I loved doing by doing everything in that business and not realizing that other people actually could do that particular task better. So, there's your admin to do, there's your accounts, there's marketing, advertising, as well as doing the photography and image editing and what have you. And I always believed at the time that nobody else could do it better than me. So I kept it very much to myself and I did everything. And after a period of time of doing this, you get so busy and you tend to spend a lot of time actually working in your business than actually on your business. And you're not necessarily doing the thing that you absolutely love doing. And the thing that I love doing is photography. And you're spending more time actually doing those sort of menial tasks, the admin and whatever else. And yeah, it took me a long time to realize that, to the point where you almost get burnout, I suppose, where I almost sort of got to the point where I wasn't really enjoying it anymore. And it became a bit of a turning point where you either cease being a photographer and look to do something else, or you have to change something. And it was really, I suppose, a bit of a light bulb moment. But actually, those menial tasks, if I systemize them and I have a process by which they are done to how I like them to be done, they can actually be done by someone else. Somewhere else that actually, when I worked it out, is doing them for a lot less than what it is costing me to do them, because I can be doing stuff, working on my business and doing the things that I really enjoy doing. So I eventually sort of got to the point where I got the people to do the things that I didn't enjoy doing, and I can now concentrate on the thing that I really, really love, which is photography, image editing, meeting people, chatting with people, and those menial tasks are sort of done by others. I think and I appreciate when you first start a business, you don't necessarily have all the finance to be able to pay other people to do stuff. But I wish I'd have realized it a lot sooner in my business, rather than it getting to the point where I was getting to that burnout stage. And now I clearly really, really just love photography now. So, I've fallen back in love with it. Really.
Yeah. If kind of reading in between the lines, it sounds like you're saying, just leverage your time sooner and learn how to let go quicker.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, as you are growing, from the time you started business to where you are now, one of the things I always find really interesting is what's been the hardest part of scaling, growing what you are doing without becoming salesy or spamming what you do.
I think to some extent, I found a bit of a niche that I really, really enjoy, and I think it's that enjoyment that keeps me on keeping doing the things that I really enjoy doing. And that when someone inquires about my services, but for something that I think isn't right for me, it's having those connections to then be able to actually say, well, actually, this isn't right for me, but I can refer you to somebody else, and helping them sort of find someone else to actually do that for them. So at least you're still being helpful and you're still giving a good customer service. But for me, it was about identifying the niche areas that really sort of inspire me and that I find really creative and interesting, that keeps me being creative and wanting to push the boundaries and what have you. And not just taking everything on, just really enjoying what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it that you kind of carved out a niche in what you were doing, and because of that, you were able to get really focused in your marketing and networking that allowed you to
Absolutely.
like build the relationship side as opposed to just trying to be a generalist photography and kind of spamming everyone? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying with that?
Absolutely. Yeah. And to some extent, I sort of feel as though it's photography is a marketing tool. It's an asset really to a
Mm,
business. So yeah, I started a business wanting to make a difference, but it's trying to get across in that sort of photography, I suppose, more of a feeling, if you know what I mean. So I was always interested in sort of lifestyle type of photography to generate a sort of feeling. So yeah, so that people can sort of envisage themselves. If I'm say photographing an interior, they can they can envisage themselves in that room, sat having a drink of wine, reading a book. And it might be that I photograph that interior to photograph a door for a dooring company or for a flooring company or for a window company or whatever it may be. But if you can do it in a lifestyle sort of setting, it sort of draws people in to make them want to actually be. It's sort of an aspirational thing, really, I suppose, where they get drawn in, they want
yeah.
to purchase that product or take that next step and actually pick up the phone and contact that person, that
Yeah.
business. And it, for me, yeah, it was photography. It sort of like helps people sort of visualize. I don't know quite what to say, really.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
good. I think one of the I'd like to dive just a little bit deeper in that and understand, because this is really, really helpful in the way that you're looking at it. If you were to change, or not if you were, what's one thing that you changed in how you build relationships that made selling your service or and growth in your business feel easier for you?
I think it was just not simply believing that or selling photography. It was of photographs. It was getting much more of an understanding from a marketing perspective about what a business was actually wanting from the photographs and what they're wanting from my services. So it became a bit more sort of marketing focused. So
Mm,
let's say a small business contacts me because they want some updated headshots, and very often they contact me because they have this idea that they just want some straightforward head and shoulder shots with a blank background in, and that's it. And as well as that may be, I try to give them some alternatives. I'm all for providing a business owner with what they want, but I like to find out a bit more about what it is that they actually do and what they're trying to get across, what marketing message that they're trying to get across. I mean, many small businesses, their USP is that they offer a very personal service. And when you go onto their website, you may find actually it doesn't come across like that. Their website, their About Us page says very little about them. They don't have a Meet the Team page, yet their USP is that they offer a very personal service, and they probably do. But in that first initial contact that someone has looking on their website, if it doesn't come across like that, then really they're competing on price. Whereas if they have a much more sort of like personalized message and personalized photographs, someone then can sort of relate to them. They realize who they're going to actually be speaking to. They can, if they find out, if the photograph's sort of a bit appealing to them, they can sort of see someone's professional but friendly, and they know that actually that's who they're going to speak to when they pick up the phone. To some extent, it starts to then break down that sort of price being the main motivator to, can this person resolve the problem that I've got? And I think that they can, so that it just entices them to take that next step and actually pick up the phone. And once I picked up that phone, and that's sort of the job of marketing photography. So from that respect, when I speak to a new prospective client, yes, they may want straightforward head and shoulder shots, but I'll give them some alternatives. Why don't we try something a bit different? Because certainly one of the things that people say is, particularly adults, well, I don't like having my photograph taken. So a business owner might see the need for it, but actually their employees aren't overly comfortable with it. And I'll give an example. A kitchen company, they had 6 employees, but one lady in particular, she wasn't happy at all having her photograph taken. So I discussed with her ways in which we could get around that. And her role within the business was dealing with soft furnishings. So I said, right, okay, let's have you discussing soft furnishings with a client. And so we did this where a couple came in and she was going through her work and discussing these soft furnishings. And I was in the background taking photographs. The couple were out of focus and the focus was very much on her. But you could see that she was so much more relaxed because she was doing the thing that she really, really loved doing. And actually, even though she wasn't looking at the camera, we got some really lovely photographs that she was really, really pleased with. And so the rest of the team, we did similar sort of photographs. One was a designer, took some photographs of him doing design work. One was into, doing quality control. But it gave a completely different feel to the About Us page and the Meet the Team page. And when you actually go on there, it does make you feel much more comfortable with them, and you know who you're going to be speaking to. So.
Yeah. No, I love that because it sounds very much like the thing that set you apart in the relationship building isn't just saying, yeah, I can take some headshots. It's okay, well, what's the actual outcome? What's the purpose behind this? What's the, what kind of emotions or feelings are you wanting to evoke when your prospects come onto your website, so that, you're not just taking your bog standard headshot, which might work for some people. But I think that relationship, that's really important, I think, when building relationships.
Absolutely.
Because it definitely does make growth and sales feel easier because people feel like you are paying attention, aware what they're doing, which is absolutely amazing. No, that's really good. Well, let's say over the next 2 years, Damon, for your business, what are your goals? What would you like to achieve with the business?
Well, I'm looking to systemize the processes a bit more, and just I do thoroughly enjoy what I do. I suppose I've got a number of really good clients that are sort of small to medium sized enterprises. There's a client of mine that's got 4 showrooms, one in Glasgow and down in London and one in Leeds, who was a really, really good client who I enjoy working for. And it would be great to get a couple more of those types of clients. And I'm currently doing a bit more work with a charity, it's actually a Yorkshire Children's Charity, and it's a way of sort of giving back, I suppose. So I'm wanting to do a little bit more of that and help that charity to grow, and they're doing amazing work. So nice. I think to some extent it's for me, it's about enjoying what I do, and at the moment I'm just really, really enthusiastic and loving it. So
That's brilliant. Well, Damien, for people that are looking to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, I've got an Instagram page, which is Damian.Bramley, and my website is djb-photography.com. So either of those would be a great way in which for people to actually have a look at my work and contact me.
Amazing, amazing. Well, I do recommend everyone reach out to Damian because, as you can hear, he does more than just photography. He actually wants to understand what you are looking for out of the work, so he can help you with that, which is absolutely amazing. So, Damian, thanks for being on the show today. Great pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And you're very welcome. And as a reminder to everyone listening, the show is sponsored by the LinkedIn Reverse Podcast Method, the new way to close deals that doesn't rely on any of the old traditional methods that everybody hates. To find out more, send me a direct message on LinkedIn to have a chat. That's Jason A. Osborne. It will be in the show notes below. And until next episode, stay inspired.